Hey Facebook, hey Instagram, happy Tuesday. I'm back. Hey guys, happy Tuesday. Yeah, this is I feel like I haven't done this forever, but I was just on Thursday, I was just somewhere else. If you don't know, this past weekend I was in Arkansas, Little Rock, Arkansas for the Accelerate 180 conference. I'm actually wearing the t-shirt right now. I was getting my business life, met the incredible Ashley Ann Jones. Um, if you don't know about King Ashley Ann, you need to know about her. Follow her on all social media. Um, yeah, I had a great time this weekend. I learned a lot. I got really some great motivation and inspiration. It was great. I'm really happy I went. Hi, Sincere 39. How are you? I'm really happy I went to the conference. I'm planning on going again next year. So if you are, in the beginning stages of your business, and you want some motivation, inspiration for it, I would recommend that you attend Accelerate 180 next year. Like, I can't even say enough good stuff about what I learned. It was really awesome, and it got me, like, I've been working so hard all day on some behind the scenes stuff. It's just got me really motivated. Really happy I went. So we're going to get started at 7:05. Yes, prosperity over popularity. I like it. All right. You've been watching King Ashley in. I love it since you're 39. All right. So today, like usual, we're gonna get started around 7:05. And today we have a special guest co-host. If you do or don't know, I've got a podcast and I had a new episode come out yesterday. Um, and I interviewed my friend Ben Pasquale, who is the co-founder of Terp Nutrition, which is a CBD fitness line. And I asked him if he wanted to co-host this episode since it's so close to his episode coming out. And he said yes. So Ben is going to pop in at about 7:05, and we're going to do the introductions. And you guys are going to be able to talk to him about his stuff as well as these stories. I've got some cool stories today. People were really on the ball this week. I got a few submissions for stories. I found a really funny article about called "The 25 Hilarious Things People Fail to Trademark." I can't wait to go over the list with you. Yeah. Oh, also wanted to let me see. No, I'm gonna save that for the introduction. Yeah, but I'm back here. I did not get back home until 2 a.m. on Monday morning. I was very, very tired. I stayed in bed much later than I usually do, which isn't late for some people, but it was late for me. I was in bed till about 10 a.m. Um, yeah, but that trip took a lot out of me, but I don't regret a single minute of it. Yeah. So we're going to start in about 2 minutes. You're going to be able to, invite your friends in. We've got a great array of stories. Hope you came with your A game. Yeah. I've been having a great day and I'm very excited. How are you, Sincere 39? I saw you in your all white. You look, oh, thank you. I bought that dress like 2 days before the conference, right? And it fit perfectly. Like the zip went up all perfectly. And then the day of the conference, mind you, I never wore the dress. I just bought it at the store, tried it on, zipped fine, brought it and took it to the conference. And then the day of the conference, I'm trying to zip it up, and the zip was giving me so many problems. I literally had to go to the hotel with my dress half zipped and have someone help me. Like, it was almost a disaster. But thank you so much. We're going to get started in about a minute, and Ben's going to pop in. Very excited. Yeah. Things are looking good, guys. Like, life is amazing. We talked a lot about gratitude over the past weekend too, and aligning yourself with gratitude. So I'm really trying to be grateful about everything that is coming to me. So it is 7:05. Now is the time to share out to your peoples. All right. Uh, all right, we're getting started. Okay. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Happy Tuesday, everyone. Happy Tuesday. You are watching NPL Legal Dish, my twice weekly broadcast where I teach business and legal concepts using pop culture and celebrity news. If you don't know who I am, if you have never heard my voice before, I'm Natalie Pierre-Lewis. I am the owner and operator of NPL Consulting LLC, a business formation firm. What that means is I help you get your business paperwork together. So if you need help getting registered with the state, if you need contracts, if you need brand protection through trademarks, trademarks, patents, or copyrights, I'm the girl that you run to. Why am I qualified to help you? I am so glad that you asked. I have been a licensed attorney for 13 years this year. I have started multiple businesses for myself and others, both brick and mortar and online. I have secured trademarks for clients, and I've done a multitude of contracts. So, I've got a proven track record as well. I have a history of working in law, entrepreneurship, education, hospitality, and administrative support. And the most important part about why I can help you is because I have a passion for helping creatives and entrepreneurs, get what they need to be successful. Like, not everybody wants to go to business school, not everybody wants to go to law school, but a lot of people have amazing business ideas. And there are just some business and legal concepts that you need to know as a business owner. There's no way around it. And that's where I come in. If you are interested in any of my services, like booking a coaching session with me, or any of my video trainings and ebooks, like my business starter video training that is on sale for $19, you can go to the link in my bio, linktree/NPL consulting firm, linktree/NPL consulting firm, linktree/NPL consulting firm. You're going to find the links to my podcast there as well, with Ben's episode in there. And there's also the link to my YouTube page where you can watch back episodes of NPL Legal Dish. So there's lots of good stuff over there at the link. I updated it today and I cut some of them down because I felt like it was a little bit too much. But there are some what I think are the most important links there are there now. Okay. So I'm going to give Ben maybe another minute or so to pop in. And in the meantime, we're going to go over the rules for anybody who pops in a little bit later. As you know, I give the facts of the stories, and I do check in with you to make sure that you're paying attention. I ask questions. If you have a question, and I, just drop it in the comment box and I will do my best to get to it. I think I have pretty much a 100% success rate of, getting to people's questions. So shouldn't have a problem getting yours answered. And in the future, if you have a story that you want me to talk about, please, you can DM it to me on any of my social media places. I'm on Facebook, I'm on Instagram, I'm on Twitter, where else am I on? I don't know where else. Those are the three main ones that I'm on. I'm on LinkedIn too. So you can submit stories there as well. If you would like to advertise on the live show, I sell advertising spots starting at $3. So please, drop by. You can get your 30-second spot and we can shout out your business. All right. So I think Ben might be in the middle of something, so we'll give him some time. But we are going to get started because you're here, I'm here, and these stories got to get told, all right? So the first story that we are talking about it has to do with guests suing a yoga company. So Sincere 39, I definitely know that you voted in this poll. So I put up a picture in my stories the other day of two triangle logos. One was the very well-known Guess logo. It says Guess in the triangle. It's an upside down triangle. And the other one was like just a bunch of different triangles inside of each other. And I asked the question if it was too close for comfort. Most of you said yes, which I was surprised about. I thought that they looked very different, but the majority of you guys, including you, Sincere, said that the two logos were too similar to each other. I think there was one person who said that it wasn't that close. But then I also posted a picture, or a poll, I should say, of the word yoga smoga, and I asked you guys if you would pronounce it yoga smoga or yogesh smoga, and 100% of you guys said you would pronounce it yoga smoga. Now, here's why I put those things in the stories, okay? So, Guess both. So there's these two. We all know Guess. Guess they've had stores and malls. People buy their stuff. It's trendy chic clothes, right? Guess has been under fire because their co-founder, the guy with the last name Marciano, is being investigated for sexual misconduct, right? So you got Guess on this side. Then you've got this other clothing company, Yoga Smoga, which makes yoga, yoga fitness gear. They are in bankruptcy, okay? So Yoga Smoga filed a trademark for a triangle logo, an upside down triangle, which is the one that was in the poll, which it was like a black triangle outline with white, and then a thicker black, and then a white in the middle, right? So they got a trademark for this triangle, and Guess keeps suing Yoga Smoga for this trademark. They want their trademark taken off. They say so going back to Yoga Smoga's logo, it is described as a series of upside down triangles with smaller hanging floating triangles within a larger triangle. So it's a lot of triangles, okay? And Guess is basically saying that the logo is too close to theirs. And if we use the poll that you guys participated in my stories, apparently they're right. The logos are very similar, right? Yoga Smoga is they're coming back. They're saying, look, there are so many different brands that use an upside down triangle that this triangle logo, it's diluted. Like there's no protection really. It doesn't function as a trademark because you have others that have been using it similarly for years, i.e. Prada. Prada's trademark is an upside down triangle with Prada inside. Guess's trademark is an upside down triangle with Guess inside. So I think that is a credible argument on the side of Yoga Smoga, right? Now here's where this story gets a little crazy. Guess is saying that people would pronounce Yoga Smoga as Yogesh Smoga. And when I read that, I thought it was a complete load of crap, which was why I wanted a poll from you guys to find out how you would pronounce it. And 100% of you said you would pronounce it Yoga Smoga, not Yogesh Smoga, right? So they're saying they want Yoga Smoga's trademarks canceled because it could cause confusion. And in my notes, when I was writing down the notes for this story, I wrote that down, and I wrote ... girl. I was side-eyeing this story so hard. No, Yoga Smoga is they're saying that Guess is just trying to abuse the legal system in wanting in trying to get their trademark canceled. And what they want the court to say that they are to give a statement saying that Yoga Smoga is not infringing on their mark, and they want Guess to back off. So my question to you now, Sincere, I think you were one of the people who said that that the Guess logo and the Yoga Smoga logo were too close, right? But after hearing the facts of this case, do you think that Guess has a stronger case or a weaker case against Yoga Smoga? Because they're saying okay, the upside down triangle is synonymous with us. Yoga Smoga is saying, well, Prada does the same thing. And then Guess is saying, well, people are going to pronounce your name Yogesh Smoga and think that you're connected with that. And Yoga Smoga said nobody is going to think that it's Yogesh Smoga. So what do you think about it? about that. Um, I think Ben may have forgotten about our appointment, but that's okay. We're gonna get these stories done. Let me know what you think about that, Sincere. In the meantime, we are going to move to our next story. Okay. Um, so we all know, if you have been watching me, you know that I love Beyonce. Okay. Sincere 39 said, I don't think people will. Yeah, I don't think people will. There's absolutely no way that I would look at the way that that word is spelled. So it's spelled Yogasmoga. There's no way I would ever think to pronounce that Yogasmoga. Like, what? Yeah, I think they're being silly. But now let's move on to our next story. So you guys know that I love Beyonce, and I've updated you a couple of times about this case. Beyonce and Jay-Z tried to trademark Blue Ivy's name, right? And when they did it, they were sued by this wedding company that was named that had the same name of Blue Ivy Wedding, and the lady who owned this Blue Ivy wedding company wanted Beyonce to hand over text messages, all this stuff to show how she was going to use the Blue Ivy trademark. Now, Beyonce and Jay-Z were both quoted in a Vanity Fair article saying that they would trademark their kids' names, to keep people from using it, which is absolutely wrong. You can't do that. If you're going to file a trademark, it has to be because you plan on making money with it, right? So, Beyonce and Jay-Z actually lost that trademark. You, I, oh, you booed Beyonce? You booed Beyonce? Sincere, 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 sincere. Okay, you know what? I'll put my Jesus back on. Okay, all right, okay. Anyway. So, getting back to the story. Hi, Shop Best on the Yard. How you doing, girl? Um, uh, you know what? I'm used to the Patriots hate, but that's okay. It's cool, Ben. Hey, thanks for coming on. We were about to start our next story before Sincere hurt my feelings. It's cool. We'll be here till 8. When you're ready to pop on, just send your request. Or if you want me to send the request, and then we can pop you in. Okay. Well, Sincere, if you're not a Beyonce or a Jay-Z fan, that's fine. Well, let's just listen to the story. Even though you just hurt my feelings, you just crushed my soul. Yeah, so Jay-Z and Beyonce were denied the Blue Ivy trademark because they could not prove that they were actually going to use it to make money, right? But now this lady from the Blue Ivy Wedding Company, she is accusing Beyonce of fraud. And is and is trying to get money through that way. Now, Beyonce said that or at least her team said that this woman, she's just salty because she tried to sell her company to Beyonce for $10 million and they refused. So this lady has denied that she tried to sell her company to them. I don't necessarily believe that, but then again, I am also a Beyonce fan, so I'm gonna be on her side before I'm on this random lady's side who's trying to sue Beyonce. But this, I just wanted to okay, awesome, yay! Ben's coming on, guys. Okay, so while he is getting all that together, oh, here he is. Hey, Ben.
Hey guys, sorry about getting a little late. LA traffic up this.
No problem. Thank you so much for popping in, guys. This is Ben Pasquale. He is the co-founder of Terp Nutrition. He is our guest co-host for tonight. Hi, Ben.
Yes, better late than never, as I always say.
Absolutely, Ben. Can you give them just a short bio about you and Terp Nutrition?
Exactly. Yeah. So, just a little bit about myself is I moved out to California last summer actually to kind of drop my 9 to 5 to completely pursue my passion in terms of the cannabis industry. So I actually started a CBD company that I officially launched this past April, specifically geared toward recovery products as well as overall education on how you can incorporate CBD into your daily life. So it's definitely taking off and super excited to be here, Natalie.
Awesome, yay! So you got in like right on time. We haven't gotten there very far. We were talking about my fave Beyonce, and Ben was breaking my heart saying he doesn't like Beyonce. But I was talking about this story where Beyonce and Jay-Z tried to trademark their first child, Blue Ivy's name. Hi, Ageless Array, and they were sued by a woman who had a wedding company by the same name of Blue Ivy. And she said that they were filing the trademark in bad faith, and she wanted like text messages and, you know, ideas of how are they planning to make money with the Blue Ivy trademark, because you know you can't just get a trademark for anything. You have to get a trademark because you plan on making money with it. And Jay-Z and Beyonce had been quoted in Vanity Fair saying they would trademark their kids' names just to keep people from using it. So Beyonce and Jay-Z have since lost that trademark battle because they weren't able to prove that they were going to make money with the trademark. But now this lady's trying to sue them for fraud, and for you know, for trying to trademark their kids' names. So what do you think about that? Do you think that she's just like pushing too hard? Also, the Beyonce's team claims that she tried to sell them her company for $10 million and they said no. Yeah.
That just goes to show that everybody's trying to make a dollar from you no matter what.
Right.
As soon as you're doing something right, people are going to come out of the works and try coming at you.
Right. And as much as, you know, I want to see Beyonce win because she's my fave, this is like a prime example of that. You can't just trademark to keep people from using your stuff. If you're going to trademark something, it has to be because you have something to sell. You know, you can't, it's not a protective thing. It's a like, I want to make money thing. But yeah, but you know, it's fine. Beyonce wins a lot. Every once in a while, she's going to take a loss. But we're going to move on to the next story. Ben, do you like Starbucks?
I do. We actually had Starbucks earlier this morning.
Okay. Guy and the rest of the audience, if you like Starbucks, please give me a star in the comments. So if you paid attention to my stories the other day, I asked a question and I said, what do you think of when you hear the word siren? And the response that I got was an ambulance. So Ben, I want to ask you, when you hear the word siren, what do you think of?
Fire truck.
Okay. So here's why we're talking about sirens. So we know the Starbucks logo with that lady, right? Okay, sincere likes Starbucks. So I want you to keep this in mind. So there is a company in Alaska that sells, it's called Mountains and Mermaids, and they sell like mermaid themed apparel, right? And one of them is a part-time barista and wanted to start selling coffee. So they started selling a coffee blend called Siren's Brew, right? This is just a little company in Alaska. They did this in November of 2018. Now, remember, when you file trademarks, it's a first in time thing. In the beginning of 2019, Starbucks put an application for Siren's Blend, and they were denied because of this Siren's Brew trademark. So now Starbucks is filing an opposition to this little Alaskan company's trademark of this Siren's Brew, because they're basically saying that the siren is synonymous with Starbucks. They're saying that when people see a siren, they immediately think of Starbucks. And I want to know, what do you guys think about that? When you think of a siren, do you think of Starbucks?
No, not at all. I don't think about that.
Right. And they're like, we've been using the siren for 50 years. I don't think about the siren either. Like that picture of the lady doesn't automatically trigger for me, oh, that's a siren. I just think it's a lady on the cup. Right?
I think the same way.
But then here's the thing. I posted a picture of some of this mermaid company's merch. They had like a sweatshirt with a mermaid with red hair on the back, right? A Sincere said he doesn't associate a siren with Starbucks. So they had this sweatshirt and has a mermaid on the back and has red hair. And then it was side by side with an anniversary blend from Starbucks that had a mermaid with red hair. And I asked everybody if it was too close for comfort, and everybody said pretty much said yes. No, actually, it was split, but even the majority thought yeah, the two mermaids look just alike. But the thing is, I think it's weird. It's like, okay, fine, lightning can strike twice, but never before this case have I ever heard Starbucks pushing the siren story. And it's like, now you're trying to really enforce this siren thing that I thought it was like a religious logo a long time ago or something like that. Um, but whatever. The thing is, Starbucks is actually willing to pay for this company to change their logos over. And the company is saying no. And so what I want to know from you is, do you think that this company should take Starbucks up on their offer to totally rebrand their company? Because you've had to rebrand yourself.
Yeah. I've heard a couple actually other entrepreneurs who reached out to me who had some kind of similar scenarios as me. And a lot of companies, especially if they have a bigger company going after them, they decide just in terms of cost in general that it's going to be a lot more efficient if they just kind of rebrand, especially if they're at the newer startup stage.
Mm-hmm.
But of course, kind of depends on what you already have invested into that. So with me, it was definitely an easy decision to make that pivot for sure.
Okay. Sincere39 says Starbucks can do no wrong. Their coffee is too damn good. Speak for yourself. Look, I am all for a company protecting their image, but only if it's an image that people recognize. Mermaids and sirens, they can coexist. This is a little company in Wasilla, Alaska. I didn't even know there was a city called Wasilla in Alaska before I heard this story. I highly doubt that they are going to divert traffic away from Starbucks. And that's a lot of what it is when you're trying to protect your brand and you're doing these infringement things, is that you're saying that there's going to be confusion in the marketplace. I don't see how this little company is going to, is going to be confused with Starbucks. Sincere39 says they should rebrand and go on with their life. Well, they're sticking to their guns, Sincere. They're taking it all the way as far as they can. But Ben, you're saying that most smaller companies, if they're in the beginning stages, would probably take it. But let's say you're the stage where you're at with Terp Nutrition now, and some big giant CBD company tries to, comes to you and says, this is really too close to our thing and we'd like you to change. We're going to pay for you to rebrand. Would you take it?
Probably wouldn't right now with everything that I've done with my business. I guess if the price is right, if somebody wants to buy me out, I guess we could talk about that. But
okay,
I do take a lot.
Ben's got a price, y'all. You better have enough zeros in that account. Oh, and while I get to the next story, Ben, you can tell them a little bit about Terp Nutrition and what you guys do.
Yeah, so our company is, like I mentioned at the beginning of the show, we focus on full spectrum products. And like I said, we really focus on education and a lot of science backing that full spectrum product, which means that they have all the cannabinoids in the closest to their natural state when you're doing an extraction from the hemp plant. That just actually has an overall better effect than when you're isolating a compound and you're taking away a lot of the other constituents that can give a therapeutic effect. So you apply that science to recovery and overall nutrition, so that really can help out people live their best life.
Awesome. And thank you so much for being here. And guys, if you want to hear more about Ben's journey in the CBD industry, please go listen to the latest episode of my podcast, The Business Of. The link is in my bio. All right. This next thing we are talking about is pretty funny. I found this article and it was called 25 Hilarious Things That People Failed to Trademark. So these were people's attempts at, getting a piece of the pie in the trademark game, and the USPTO office said no. And some of these have actually talked about on the show. So I was only able to find 22 of them. I think they counted wrong when they wrote the article, but we're gonna go through them pretty quickly. And I want to hear your opinion of whether they should be given a shot or not. So a company tried to trademark the smell of strawberries, like actual strawberries. Do you think they should? Do you think they had a shot? I mean, when you think about strawberries, can you differentiate the smell of one brand strawberries from the other?
Unless they're GMO, no.
Number two, the word the. I talked about this a couple of times. Ohio State University is trying to trademark the word the. So my sister, she went to OSU, and she always says the Ohio State University. And the funny thing about this is that I found a follow-up story. The reason why they started saying that they were the Ohio State University is because they used to go by OSU, but they were starting to be confused with Oregon State University. So they officially filed to change their school name to the Ohio State University. Yeah. Okay, so the word the, we got someone tried to trademark the sound of a motorcycle. Snooki from the Jersey Shore tried to trademark her name, but she failed because there was already a trademark for Snooki with a Y. The Carlton dance, Subway's footlongs, the word tweet, the yellow smiley face. This was actually a battle between Walmart and another store over trying to trademark the yellow smiley face. The sound of a can opening, the Mick and McDonald's, Tom Terrific. This hurt my feelings. They denied my boy Tom Brady. Someone tried to trademark the devil horns hand gesture. Cardi B's occur. She was actually denied that trademark. Cheerios tried to trademark yellow boxes for cereal. The cat. Did you ever eat Cadbury eggs, Ben?
Cadbury eggs? I don't think so.
When I was younger, my mom would buy me Cadbury eggs around Easter, and they would have like this purple kind of foil wrapping, and they were trying to trademark that purple wrapping for Cadbury candies, and they were denied. Sony tried to trademark Let's Play. Someone tried to trademark the word react. Mouse ears, Blue Ivy, which we just talked about, Beyonce. Katy Perry tried to trademark Left Shark. If you remember that performance where she had the sharks on stage and one of the sharks was like dancing really badly, she tried to trademark Left Shark and they said no. Kylie Jenner tried to trademark the first name Kylie and she was denied because Kylie Minogue. You're fired. This one hurts. So I remember the season, I forget, it was some years ago. The Patriots, they were on a perfect winning streak. We were about to be a 19-0 season. And before that 19th game, Bob Kraft tried to file a trademark for 19-0, and we lost. And we ended up having an 18-1 season. And he was denied his trademark. And the last one, and this has nothing to do with Popeyes or Chick-fil-A, someone tried to trademark a fried chicken sandwich. Sincere 39 said Harley Davidson tried to trademark their engine sound. Yeah, that was part of the list. But I mean, it was an attempt. They made it, but that's the thing. I don't think these people were necessarily wrong, because if you really believe that, you have this unique thing, you should try and protect it. But you always have to look out for the rules of being too generic. And if you don't have my trademark toolkit that kind of guides you through that, go pick it up in the e-store right now. So those were 22 out of the 25 hilarious things people failed to trademark. Ben, which one of those stuck with you?
Honestly, the one that really sticks out, you didn't even mention it, was MedMen trying to trademark cannabis.
Really?
Yeah, they were trying to trademark cannabis on clothing. I don't know if they ever got passed with it. Thing on the headlines for a while. That one I've been just thinking in my head nonstop.
Oh my gosh, I hadn't even heard about that.
It's a pretty crazy one.
Wow. Okay, MedMen. All right. All right.
The
Okay.
strawberry one also was one that I don't think it ever passed.
Yeah, I was like strawberries. All right. Yeah, yeah. I guess they yes, sincere. Apparently so. MedMen is out here. I didn't realize how big MedMen was until like a few months ago. Um, but all right. Oh, just a little quick reset. If you are just tuning in, you are watching NPL Legal Dish, my twice weekly live broadcast where I teach business and legal concepts using pop culture and celebrity stories. Tonight we have a guest co-host, Ben Pasquale of Terp Nutrition, a CBD fitness company. He is here giving us his take on the stories. This next one, I think you will have might have an opinion on because I don't know how do you feel about 5 hour energies as since you have a fitness recovery company?
I think people use them at the wrong time when your body is like exhausted and shot. You shouldn't try forcing yourself caffeine.
Uh-huh.
I think people kind of just overwork themselves, and that's when you can start just not working as efficiently as you should be.
Oh, so you're saying that 5 hour energies are fine as long as you're not trying to use it to fill an empty tank?
Not saying fine. I don't take them. I mean, they're not too bad, but I don't suggest energy drinks.
Okay. Well, plenty of people have said, don't like energy drinks for reasons. I mean, sometimes I take them if I use them the wrong way. Like I use energy drinks if I'm like, dragging and I'm just like, I've got to wake up.
Yeah.
But 5 hour energy,
Coffee.
huh?
Coffee's the way to go.
I can't do coffee in the middle of the day. It just doesn't agree
Really?
with me. Yeah. All right. So 5 hour energy. If you have drank a 5 hour energy in your life, give me a five in the comments. Okay. So 5 hour energy is suing two different companies. One is called the E6 uh 6 hour energy shot, and then another company is called Vitamin Energy. He is, thank you for the five, Ben. And 5 hour energy is suing these companies because they're saying that it's confusing advertising. So this E6 company, obviously the 6 hour energy shot, they're saying it'll be very confusing with the 5 hour energy. Because for me, when I thought about it, if I see 5 hour energy and then I hear 6 hour energy, I'm gonna say, oh, maybe 5 hour energy, revamp their formula. Sincere 39 said, I don't do energy drinks. Feels like I'm having a heart attack. All right, I feel you, Sincere. So I think that 5 hour energy going after 6 hour energy is kind of appropriate because it's so close to them. What do you think about it, Ben?
I think it also just kind of depends on the design that they're doing. Also,
Right.
they go with a completely different design, and possibly, but that's really pushing it.
And then the other one, Vitamin Energy, they didn't have, the stuff, they didn't have it in their title, but in their marketing materials, they promoted that their products provided 7 hours of energy. So 5 hour energy is trying to keep them from using that in their promotional materials. Do you think that 5 hour energy is pushing it, or do they have an argument? Sincere 39 said, I just drink coffee. You brave.
I mean, I think 5 hour energy is pushing it on that end because how is no other energy company gonna give an estimate to how long the energy can last?
That is true. That is
For marketing
true.
purposes, at least.
Right. You don't own 5 hours of energy,
Yeah.
Like, all right. All right, I see you out here, Ben, giving your arguments. Well, we're gonna have to wait and see because they filed these oppositions, so we'll see what happens. All right. Ooh, this next story we're talking about is when suing for trademark infringement goes wrong. So Ben, have you heard of there are two schools in Florida. One is FIU. I think it's Florida International University. Have you heard of them? FIU?
I don't think so.
Okay, that's fine. If anybody has heard of the school FIU in Florida, please give me an I in the comments. And if they have heard of FNU in the comments, give me an N. Okay. So FIU, the university, sued FNU. Why didn't I write down their full names? Sorry, I was on the road when I was writing these down, and I was doing shorthand. But okay, so you've got FNU and FIU. FIU is much older, more established than FNU. FNU is kind of like an online school, you know, you can work at your own pace. And when they got their charter and they tried to trademark their name, FIU sued them for trademark infringement because they said that people would confuse the FNU for FIU and that FIU might lose students. Now, FIU ultimately lost that case because the FNU school was able to prove that their marketing materials weren't the same, they weren't near each other, they didn't have the same goals. There was no way that anybody trying to apply to FIU would mistake FNU for this school, right? So now usually when you win some money. What happens when you lose? FIU got stuck with FNU's legal bill of $1.15 million because they have been fighting this case for 6 years. When I looked into it, I didn't realize it was a 6-year case because I was like, $1.15 million. This is over like almost 2,100 hours of legal work that they have been doing to fight this trademark infringement case. This school has, and like, so now that they've proven that we didn't do anything wrong, they're like, you need to pay us back this money that we spent on, you know, fighting this case, because that $1.15 million, that could have been used to build up their school. There was a case that I talked about last year of this woman, last week, of this woman who she was developing an app so that her clients could book appointments with her, and it was called Buber. And Uber has been fighting with her for this trademark, even though it has nothing to do with a ride share. And she's upset because all the money that she put aside to develop this app, she's putting towards legal fees to fight Uber. So having to fight for your brand is really expensive, and that's why you need to be careful about what you choose so you don't get stuck using all that, you know, development money to defend legal cases. But yeah, so so just know, guys, that if you're going to sue somebody, be ready to pay their legal fees if you lose. All right. Ben, were you ever a wrestling fan growing up?
Yeah, wrestling fan, yeah.
Were you a fan of Ric Flair?
I remember Ric
Flair. Okay. Sincere 39 says, sounds like I should have become a trademark attorney. There is a lot of work available, Sincere. The number of trademark applications has exploded with the rise of business. So there is a lot of work out there. If you want to get in the trademark field, it's never too late. So Ben, you said you know who Ric Flair is, right? Wrestler, dressed real flashy. Do you remember what Ric Flair's nickname was?
I don't recall.
Okay, so apparently Ric Flair used to call himself, or he was called the Man. I don't remember Ric Flair. I guess he just wasn't my favorite wrestler. But he has filed a trademark application for the phrase the Man. Ric Flair was very entertaining for wrestling and merchandising purpose. Here's what prompted it. There is a WWE star, Raw Women's Champion by the name of Becky Lynch. And she has been calling herself the Man after she won this match, right? I think she wrote a tweet. She's like, I'm the Man. And she started selling the Man t-shirts. Then Taylor Swift came out with a song called The Man. And we all know that Taylor Swift is so like, I'm not a Taylor Swift fan, but her team, Sincere 39, you stole it right from me. But Taylor Swift, she's got a song out called The Man. So Ric Flair, he found out that Becky Lynch is calling herself the Man, and Taylor Swift came out with this song. And he tweeted, in order to be the man, you have to beat the man. So he basically said Becky Lynch is not the man, and he has filed a trademark for the phrase the man, because he said that you have to beat me in order to be able to call yourself the man, Becky Lynch. Not soon. Sincere 39 said, not soon, woo. I think this is so funny. I think it's so great. I actually think this is the WWE has a lot of interesting stories about people branding and like their names. But what do you think about Ric Flair trying to trademark this phrase? Do you think that he should leave it alone? Do you think like let Becky live? Or do you think that Ric Flair has the right? Does he have ownership of this phrase? I don't remember him being called the man, but what do you think?
I think he has a lot of time on his hands. He's trying to find some ways to make some extra money.
Hey, get it how you live. I'm not even mad.
Yeah, he's trying to get a redemption match now.
I mean, Ric Flair has seen a resurgence because the Migos, they had a whole song called Ric Flair Drip, and he was in the video. He was in that movie with it was some movie where they were like obsessed with Ric Flair. Ted. They were obsessed with Ric Flair and Ted and with Mark Wahlberg.
I don't think I saw that.
With the teddy bear, the teddy bear that it was like a live action. Huh?
That moves and everything?
Yeah.
I haven't seen that. Should I?
It's hilariously funny. You should watch it. Sincere 39 said, I'm surprised it wasn't already trademarked. Rick was real flashy back in the day. Okay, Rick, I'm going to have to look up some old YouTube videos. Nessie Time said Ted. Yes, Nessie Time knows what I'm talking about. So Ric Flair, he's been getting some popularity. People are bringing him back up. So Sincere 39 said, no, that was the Flash. They were obsessed with Flash. Okay. Well, we'll see if Ric Flair is able to hold this down. But regardless, it's bringing more attention to him. Maybe he'll get some more bookings. Get your money, Ric Flair. Ben, do you like tacos?
I love tacos. Absolutely love tacos. We eat so many tacos, it's insane.
Did you know that somebody has a trademark on Taco Tuesday? Yes, in some restaurant out in it's like one of the Midwestern states. It's not even California. No, not well, we're gonna talk about LeBron. That's why I'm talking about tacos. But there's an actual restaurant that has a trademark on Taco Tuesday, and they've been trying to enforce it, and it's been going terribly. But someone else is trying to get a trademark on Taco Tuesday, and that is LeBron James. But it's not for what you think. So apparently LeBron has been on a Taco Tuesday kick or whatever. He's been all over social media talking about tacos and is apparently in love with tacos. So he's filed a trademark for Taco Tuesday, but it is for a podcast. He has a podcast coming out called Taco Tuesday. And the trademark is for downloadable audio visual works, ads and marketing services, podcast services, and online entertainment services, websites with non-downloadable videos, and social media posts. So this is a perfect example of taking something that's common but outside your industry and making it unique. So if you think about Apple computers, Apples have nothing to do with technology, but it's such a generic name. But because you put it in this field that has nothing to do with apples, it's very unique. And we all know who Apple is. So LeBron is basically just doing the same thing. He's not out here making tacos. The title of the broadcast is LeBron opening a taco truck. He's not even getting into the food industry. He just likes tacos and he's branding it for his new service. So I think it's actually very entertaining and very ingenious. But what do you think about it?
I'm getting hungry.
Me too.
I think that podcast is going to be really good. I'm interested in coming out.
Yeah, I'd be interested to hear LeBron on a podcast.
Taco Tuesday.
Yeah. So, oh wow. Oh shoot. Okay, we're already at 7:50, and we've gotten through all of our stories. Ben, you were an amazing co-host. Thank you for your input. You guys, thank you for watching and listening. Go listen to Ben's interview on the latest episode of my podcast, The Business of. Go check out and follow his page, Terp Nutrition, on Instagram. Are you on Facebook too?
I am on Facebook too. Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
Terp Nutrition on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. We're gonna do about 5 minutes of Q&A. Ben, if you want to stay for Q&A, you can. If people have questions about Terp Nutrition, or awesome, Sincere39 followed your page.
Awesome. Thanks, Sincere.
Yeah, or if you have questions of your own, like we do about, I want to do about 5 minutes of Q&A, or if you want to get back and go get yourself some tacos, you can do that too. Yeah. But go get the business startup video training, and it's on sale right now for $19 in the e-store. It's the first link when you click the link in the bio. Now is the time to ask your questions about your business, about any of the stories that we've talked about. If you have questions for Ben and about CBD and how it can help you with your fitness, with just general ease in life, we've got 5 minutes of Q&A left, or of Q&A. Want to make sure that I at least let you guys get a chance to get your questions in. What else is going on? Oh, I got to tell you guys, if you don't know how me and Ben met, Ben was watching my lives on Instagram when I first started out. I kept seeing his name and I was like, who is this person watching? I don't know them. And he reached out to me, and we had coffee. And at the time he was a representative for ADP, which is a human capital management. They do payroll for a lot of the companies around the country. And then Ben, followed his dreams and moved out to California to be a model and like fitness guy and open his CBD fitness line. So that is how we met, and we've been staying in contact ever since.
Absolutely. So yeah. Good. You have to reach out to people if you want to meet people. Got to.
Yeah. So Sincere39 said, can you add CBD oil to your smoothie?
Definitely add CBD oil to your smoothie. We actually have a recipe for a homemade dip that's going to be CBD infused. That's going to be launching in our blog this week. So you can keep an eye out for that as well. So there's a lot of things that you can mix CBD in with, and there's good ways to actually mix it in too.
Awesome. All right, so make sure you follow their blog, Sincere39. They're coming out with the recipes.
Recipes, good nutritious recipes.
Guys, you also have to follow Ben's girlfriend, Fit Little Meg. She is so cute, and like they're so cute together. They just make you want to like put down the donuts and go to the gym.
Try our best. But Sincere39, you can either put it in a smoothie. The best way to consume it would be putting it under your tongue. That's how it was actually intended for the highest bioavailability, which is the absorption into your bloodstream. So you put it under your tongue for about 30 to 60 seconds, go through your saliva glands, and then from there you can just swallow it normally. And then usually it kicks in within anywhere from 15 to 30 minutes, kind of depending on your body as well. Awesome.
If you got questions about CBD, he is the man to ask you guys. We've got about 2 more minutes of Q&A. If you got questions for me about your business, if you've got more CBD questions, we're here. If you got questions about these stories, let them rip. We got 2 minutes. Thank you so much, Ben, for being here. Like, you just rushed in. Thank you so much. And Sincere said,
thank you. Sorry for being a little bit late. The LA traffic can never come out.
Hey, you showed up, and that's what's important. All right, Sincere39 learned something new today. He never knew about, I guess, the under tongue absorption thing. So thank you for educating Sincere39.
Absolutely.
Also known as Derek Bailey. Yes. What else? Yeah, so that's today's show, guys. We got about 1 minute left. Thank you for your energy. Thank you for your presence. Thank you for your participation. You guys are an awesome audience. Ben, you're a great co-host. You are welcome anytime. I want you guys to take care of yourselves. Go out there, be productive, conquer the world. Yay!
Never stop.
All right, so I think we're good here. Good night, everybody. Ben, say good night.
Good night, everybody. Have a great day.
All right. Bye, guys. Oh, bye, guys.